Yo, what's up, guys? How are you doing today, man? I'll be talking about The Boys Season 5 and reviewing it. We just got the episode 8 finale. A lot of notes. I have notes from episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but the most part I'm talking about 8. Maybe I talk about 7 and I think about other things that come to my mind. But holy shit, literally everything that I prayed for came to fruition. My prayers have been answered. I'm gonna rip the band-aid off. Spoilers again if you haven't watched The Boys. You should not be watching this video. Boom. The band-aid is turned off. My prayers have been answered. Hitler and Stalin go down, aka Homelander and Butcher. Whoo! That pack is strong as hell. My God! Homelander gets clubbed in the head by Butcher, and Butcher dies by one of his boys' members, Huey. Now, the reason why Huey got Butcher down, because Butcher even said it himself. I think I wrote it down in my notes as well. This man Butcher he said he would never stop. Like, he had the virus. He could have just flipped the button and all the suits would have been dead, including, I believe, Annie, including everybody, including himself, including this, including that. So it's like Huey wants to save Annie. He wants a long life with Annie. You cannot, push the lever and kill all the soups, because he'll be without Annie. And in the previous episode, Huey told the same scenario to Butcher about Becca. And, got a little sentimental. But Butcher doesn't quite understand. He was, this is the situation now for Huey that he's in. So he can't let that happen. So unfortunately, he's going to have to take matters into his own hands. And he did. And get it. Get that man Butcher up out of there, It's tough, but, it just has to happen. Like, again, it's actually insane that, God forbid, he didn't know that Butcher was going to the Vought Studios and he didn't see the vial and he left. He left the tracks in the back after, unfortunately, Tara passed away. And then, that's tough. But, wow. Again, bro, literally everything I prayed for, the deep died. I really wish we got to see more of Soldier Boy, Annie, and Huey have a great happy ending. They end up getting They end up getting they now have a kid, and Mem gets married. Kamiko's, I think, in France. R.I.P. to Frenchie. That's really the only thing I didn't pray for. Is my boy Frenchie dying. One of the good happy ending between him and Kamiko. So outside of that, though, I guess Sage is in Orlando and Disney or some shit. Sage, she's one of us now. Her brain is just fried at this point. But yeah. And now I talked about that, all the immediate things in my head. I have a couple notes I want to get through for this last episode. And starting off from the beginning, opening scene with them covering up a hole for Frenchie. That was pretty sentimental. Huey reads the letter. Kamiko and the crew are sad, and he sheds a tear, and Kamiko ultimately ends up eventually shedding a tear. Freaky ass Frenchie with that dumbass letter talking about what anus is. Like, hey, yo. And then Frenchie in that letter said that he knew heaven on earth, which, it's heartwarming. Ryan is in a random shed watching a Homelander ad, and I don't know where Homelander just spawns into the barn. He says, I don't want to be anywhere near you, Dad. Get fucked. I'm nothing like you. He was owning that temper tantrum and lonely merchant. Scaring people into calling you God doesn't make you God. Deep down, you know that. Sage, quote-unquote, rage baits Kamiko into her power-up, talking about using and stringing along Frenchie. That was obviously the power-up that they had with Sage and Kamiko and Frenchie, which ultimately led to his death, which he sacrificed himself, but he could have just also went where they were in the, titanium or some shit, whatever it was that Homelander can't see through, but whatever. Butcher said that it worked. Sage is normal now. And yet, I was seeing at the end of Kamiko finally, after, their million attempts, finally is able to use her powers, but I'll get into that a little bit. Homelander says he doesn't want billionaire help. There was the most richest man there, and he just sends him to space. Now, at least the guy was an astronaut, so he knew what to do when he was up there. You know what to do with it. But he said he doesn't need anyone anymore. I don't need perverted fish fuckers who debase themselves and endlessly, for mere jobs of my affection. Is that what you think of me? The Deep says, since the day we met, I have never had less respect for anyone in my life. I'm gonna use the hell out of that meme. He absolutely fish fried the Deep. In fact, Kevin, the only reason that I haven't fucking killed you is that I want you to feel deep in your heart how truly worthless you are. Dog, this man is hysterical. Homelander wants to burn all the non-believers to death. The Deep is on the verge of crying as he ends up walking away. Homelander, I am your god gimmick. Oh, brother, here we go. Gimmick man, aka 45 DT. First coming, Lord, Savior, new golden god. There's a threat on the building. They know it's the boys in the tunnels. That's new. You know, MM in the beginning, he's like, oh yeah, man, I mapped this out. And then, you know, he goes there and he's like, oh, well, that's new. Okay, then. And, yep. It's a soup dog whistle, bullets flying, shots flying. Bashley is back, helping out President Ashley. Ethical Ashley was helping. The president was helping. Wow, that's absolutely insane. I don't know how nobody else saw her, but hey, with Ashley, I guess. I wish we got to see at the end what happened to Ashley. I have no idea because remember she got impeached and then I just didn't hear anything else about her. But yeah, shout out to Ethical Ashley for helping. Initially leads the way for them and he's like, oh, leave me all the way there. It's like, nah, man, you'll basically like discard of all her lower body extremities, if you get the gist. But yeah, holy freak. The boys spawn in on a crying the Deep. Demon Starlight fries the Deep. They go all the way through, funny enough, right near the waters where the Deep physically cannot go because he will get absolutely eradicated, which we end up seeing. But shout out to Bud. Actually, not in the shot. Fuck the Deep, man. Fuck that weirdo. Oh brother. Okay, his name is not Oh Brother. I don't know why I keep saying his name is Oh Brother. Oh Father spawns in. He says he wants Butcher and the girl. Shoots up top and smoke comes out. Shout out to that boy Huey. Go. Huey was an impersonation of Butcher's voice. Don't you want to be free of Homelander the Deep? He was blaming Starlight. Again, brainwashed to blaming Starlight for literally anything that goes wrong and not blaming himself. Just brainwashed. You ruined your own life, she says. Take some responsibility for yourself. Titanium ball, quote unquote. The gift that Ashley gave Oh Brother is about to power up on Huey, and it comes out of nowhere just what that gift ball that Ashley gave to Oh Father, and right through his mouth, head pops off, and he is a goner. Demon MM, fuck are they talking about? Yeah, Demon MM, baby. Oi, Butcher. And he says, Daddy's home. Mind you, this is live recording because they're filming a part for Vought News or whatever. Laser Merchant and Oh Boy go at it. Demon Starlight beats the shit out of the Deep and powers him into the water. Instant death. Instant. Say her name. Justice is for Ambrosius. I forgot how to pronounce her name. Shout out to her though. Tentacle through his mouth. And that boy, the Deep, is a goner. Hey, man. He did it to Black Noir. Did it to multiple people. Did it to the director. Hey. Ain't as funny when a rabbit got the gun. Oi, oi. That boy, the Deep. You're cooked, buddy. Blast the gun already. Kimiko, what are you doing? As heavyweight match between Homelander and Butcher. Demon Ryan coming in to help. Kimiko has no rage, just sadness. Frenchie in the afterlife spawnage talking to Kimiko, Moncor. Finally, Kimiko. Butcher's alive. Homelander's alive. This man, Homelander, has no powers. He finally... It's like not a laser, but it's like this orange power that is just like, it just burns people. And I was like, damn, this man's alive? Well, immediately, apparently it worked. His powers are gone. I would assume that in that case as well, Butcher's powers were gone as well. He was using his handmade self, and handmade Butcher against Homelander. We still won. Demon Butcher, even though he also was a terrorist, and he got what he deserved. But for now, sure, why not? Homelander has no powers. This is for Frenchie. Beat him to death. Yeah. Crying, completing this thing alive. I'll give you 5. I'll get a shapeshifter for Becca. I'll suck his, you know what? Freaky ass freak. frog. Wholly emasculated him. Mind you, this is all going on live television. Everybody's seen this, by the way. And then he goes, "This is for my Becca." Club right through that prick skull on live television. Let's go. The boys walk in and they nod. Ryan is good. Butcher sees the camera, breaks it. Ashley was immediately impeached as president right after she says she wouldn't resign. First female president, gone just like that. Kimiko speaking. Wow. Shout out to Kimiko for speaking. I throw all that. Maybe that was all the, built up things. But yeah. They smoke cigs and then her porn brain is back at it again. Like, Kimiko, you're a freaky frog. Ryan says, "I know who my dad was. It's better that he's gone, but you're not a good person either." He's telling this to Butcher. "I didn't choose you over him. I chose myself. I'm sorry I didn't want a fresh start with you. I'm sorry I don't want a fresh start with you. I want this to be the end. It's just me and you now, Terror." And Jason on Terror, fills up on him, fills his posts, and unfortunately Terror is also dead. So he really has nothing. Butcher won by that what cost? What is that vial that Butcher has? I guess it was the virus. I was like, oh, is that V1? But it's like, nope. That's the virus. Giancarlo Esposito, Breaking Bad, and Better Call Saul legend spawns in. He's Zoe's grandfather. His dad was his daughter was the GOAT, who's actually married to Huey IRL. Shout out to my dog Jack Wade, where you a demon. Victoria Newman. He returns to VOD as he said he would as the interim CEO. Was like, oh yeah, prices profit always be higher and just gimmick shit. Butcher to Vought Studios. Huey on his back. We already won, and Butcher wants to end the entirety of Super the Virus. I'm sorry, mate. Superheroes are done. Huey with his gun immediately gets ransacked by Butcher. Huey pulls the gun on Butcher. Hitler is stalling her down. It's all right. He says, "I gave you no choice. I wasn't gonna stop." Butcher coughing. Packy. Ever since they killed Victoria Newman, bro, I wanted that man off the map, and that's facts. Butcher, you're quick, buddy. Dabs him up. You really are the spitting of Lenny. Gigi's Butcher is dead. You did what you had to do. Butcher was never going to stop. Why did them talking about Butcher almost bring a tear to my heart? I don't know. It was like they were doing it so playful too. It was like, man, if you know what to cry, you would have like he's in hell watching this. Like, dude, like I don't know. Yeah, they were talking about it. I don't know. Maybe just wrapping a bow on this entire thing. I don't know, because I wanted Butcher to die, but when he actually did die, like when Homelander died, I was rooting for that. Obviously, like it's literally DT-45 in a fictional universe. Like we good. Yeah, and then apparently Annie and Huey said that if they finish the job or whatever, they would go to the top of the steakhouse at Reno, and probably they end up winning. Demon and Mem got married. Shout out to bro. Ryan was there, and I believe that's MM's daughter. So maybe they're together or something like that. But what's the connection with Ryan and MM and their daughter and their mother? Did he take him in or? Shout out to buddy. 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 But yeah, Kimiko, is she in France now? He gets a call from the president, who's Bob Singer. The nation owes you and your team a huge debt. I'm actually really surprised that after all this, they just let him go and they weren't given any like jail time or anything like that. Like, yeah, man, I just killed the guy who's God, the guy who the world revolves around, and yeah, just get off scot-free. And this is all on live video, by the way, so you can't like, oh, this is fake. That is all on live video on Vought News. So, hey, shout out to buddy, Shout out to buddy, But yeah, he calls him. He's like, yeah, man, I want you to be the new Bureau of Super Affairs, reporting directly to me. And he's like, no, thank you. He's like, president, like, no, thank you. I'm like, nah, I gotta start an adventure. It's the Campbell Audio Visual. Starlight is pregnant, not married yet though. And the name of their kid, funny enough, is Robin, which I believe was the name of Huey's first girlfriend, which immediately died in the first episode by A-Train. And then the episode A-Train died, he didn't do that, and he ended up dying with his power up. So yeah, after all that, it went exactly how I thought it had to go, to be honest, bro. Homelander had to die. Butcher had to die. Now, it did kill the part from Butcher where he's like, oh, killing Homelander is not going to be the end of it. There can be another Homelander and things like that. But it's like, dude, my boy Huey, man, he got a whole kid and wife on the way now. Like, he got a good happy ending out of it, you know? And it's like, if it was Becca, I knew he would have done. I also guess like what's going on with like that bomb site dude and Geisha and things like that. But Sage, I guess like outside of that though, I feel like that's a perfect way to like wrap it up. I don't know what that last episode was with the dog and sniffing, biting the rats and things like that. But I'm just going through a couple of things right now. It's just like, yeah, Homelander abolished the Seven. The Deep man just has no shame. Shout out to Samuel Jackson as Zayna the Shark. For the most part, yeah, I feel like we really gotta talk about the last episode. RP Black Noir, Payback's a bitch, Demon Black Noir. Now we're even. Starts to suck, dipshit, chokes, and then stabs Black Noir to death. That was pretty damn tough. That was pretty tough. Like I mentioned earlier, RB the director, can't really say RB Firecracker. I mean, League of Terrorists as well, but killed her at the end of episode 5 for being a non-believer, and after that, she told that fake story about her former priest or something like that. Yeah, and then of course this man, Deep having no shame, dick riding again. Like this guy just is completely unserious. Again, I really wish we saw more of Soldier Boy. I don't know what happens to him now. He's just there, and it just ends with him just in that hyperbaric chamber. Like, I guess that's how you end it. Yeah. Oh, Father dies, Butcher dies, Homelander dies. The boys are still alive. RP Frenchie. I like the moment between Starlight and her father. I don't probably remember what happened to her mother. And is I guess, turning over her brother, who was also brain rotted by Homelander. Now with Homelander, maybe it would have been cool to see how the world reacted to that as well, outside of the people that were just watching in a venue with that. But yeah, the guy that they thought the world revolved around is just gone, and we just didn't see their reaction to any of that. And it was on live television, and it could have done a little bit more, but last episode we had to have biting rats and things like that. But can't win them all, unfortunately. But at the end of the day, everything I paid for came to fruition. Homelander, you're not God. You're in a fucking pack. Fuck around with you. The boys obviously was rooting for them. They're good. Feels like everybody else for the most part got a good happy ending. Again, I don't know what happened to Sage, but RP my boy A-Train obviously in episode 1. Don't worry though, he still owns that freak Homelander. Yeah, for the most part, it's a good way to own it up. But episode 1, I wrote down Holy Trump rally with Homelander. Red hats clapping, USA chants off the rip. Offer Vault International annual meeting of shareholders. Like, yeah, y'all need psychiatric help. And what's that one dude, that Synapses dude? The psychotic dude? Mind you, he had all this plan for these psychotic freaks, and I don't know what any of that ended up coming through. Like, we didn't see any of those psychotic freaks in the last episode. Like, what the hell was that? Oh my god, I'm such a fucking geek. Yeah. Hopefully we get something good for Ashley. I didn't see what her happy ending was or anything like that. I don't think getting impeached. But yeah, at the end of the day, good way to wrap a bow on it. Boys season 5, man. What a show. The greatest shows of recent memory. Butcher and Homelander go down. My prayers have been answered. God did. But yeah, other than that, y'all, that is the video. So go down below, drop a like, comment down below, sub up. Follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and TikTok. Boy John. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I'm out, man. Peace.